How's it going, brother?
2 minutes. Hey, Chocos. Good.
Good, you're good.
You don't have time, do you? Or did you call?
No, I didn't call.
Did any of the South African guys call?
Nah, I'm not do a partner to call.
Okay, so this is perfect.
Yeah.
So we can actually spend some time with you then.
Yeah, you can.
Cool.
Until Speedy.
Until Speedy gets here.
Yeah.
Once
All right,
Speedy gets here,
cool.
we gotta go get food. Okay, introduce yourself. Tell people where you're from because it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm from South Africa. If you guys don't know, we don't have servers there yet, so we kind of play on 180 to 220 ping. We have like our own small little community in South Africa with local competitions and stuff, but nothing massive compared to like the international scene whatsoever. But there are players grinding, trying to make it, trying to just become better and the best they can on the ping. Hopefully one day when they get servers, they can actually prove they are good. And then that's why I'm here. I'm a duo part this year just to try and see if we can compete and get some experience on a high international level. Kind of test the waters a bit.
So how did you end up, what did you feel?
I feel like low ping is, like, everyone on high ping, like from South Africa specifically, kind of overestimates it. Everyone thinks like you're going to go on low ping and instantly just beat clicks or booger or whatever. And that's really not the case. It makes a massive difference and you definitely can do well on it instantly, but to really make full use of it, you really need some time and effort with it and it's creative and get your mechanics on point. Otherwise, it basically the only thing it really is useful for at the start is just holding your walls, not getting sprayed for stuff. The simple stuff, you know?
Yeah, I got it. Costa ZK went to DreamHack Sweden from South Africa too. He played in the semifinals and then barely missed out on the finals.
Finals, yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about him too? Do you know him?
Yeah, I know him. He's actually a really good friend of mine. He helped me prepare for this event a bit. So he stayed in Italy to go to university. So he was on low ping for a bit more than me and my duo partner were. But yeah, he's a really good player, really smart player. Plays very slow, doesn't really double kill often. Like every kill he gets is basically extra point. He kind of helped me prepare for this tournament. Yeah.
So have you played on low ping before?
No, never.
Never.
Yeah, never, not once. I'm used to 180 to 220 ping before this week. Yeah, this week Monday was the first time I went to a LAN center and played on low ping.
How do you play the game? I legit can't. Like, I know that people play in Oceania and stuff like that, but like you have to constantly play on 180.
And it's on EU. Yeah, 180 to 220 ping, and it's on EU.
Is that like you're saying EU because they W key?
No,
No,
yeah,
hardest
that
region,
plus it's probably the
yeah.
hardest region. Plus the W keying, so like a EU kid runs at my wall, yoinks it first try, and then I just kind of need to make new boxes until like he gets like either too overconfident and he just make it edit out and 50-50 him. Like it's a completely different game.
So do you play the cash cups in
I
EU?
played the cash cups. I play all of them.
Do you do well?
Like some of our SA players have been like 2 or 3 points off of qualifying. Sometimes even 1 point off of getting cash in the EU cash cups. None of us have made cash yet in the cash cups, but hopefully soon.
So how? I don't understand. This is gonna sound really stupid, but like, why are you playing Fortnite? Because like,
Yeah, I get you.
Like, what
there's
hooked
no
you on
support,
it?
right?
Yeah, like why did you decide to go for comp in a sense?
So specifically in South Africa, the only like really established esports scenes are for Dota and CS, and those games have been out for so long. Like all the players that are good at those games have played for years and years now. So Fortnite was only kind of like the new game, and I feel like that's why its competitive community still plays it, because it's kind of the only game like us kids and like teenagers can play, and we're not like really far behind compared to other people since it's only recent. So that's why the reason like we play it, even though it's no support. For example, like Counter-Strike at least has servers, and then same for like games like Rainbow Six Siege. I feel like since Fortnite like is new, it kind of that's why all the people are just sticking to it.
So like, it feels like South African esports is a lot more community driven, and those games where you can have servers, custom servers, and stuff like that, end up being the ones that you guys play. Because people don't know, I used to live in South Africa for, well, just like briefly, temporary, like months at a time in Pretoria.
Okay, yeah. No.
So I was really into Counter-Strike, and it was surprising to me that I found a CS community that played and scrimmed every day. And
Massive community. For example, there's multiple teams in the CS, multiple teams in Dota, and it's all like community driven. So our entire esports scenes, to be honest, is just community driven. Especially for Fortnite, we have multiple TOs that are literally just players that decide, okay, I'm gonna make a Discord, I'm gonna try and program a bot, and I'm gonna host this tournament with yeah, and just host it, and then they get the bot going, and everything's good. If there wasn't for the community, our tournaments, we wouldn't have any local stuff, and it's just EU stuff, and that's hard.
So the internet still. When I was in South Africa, the internet still sucks. Like I'm playing in community servers, local servers, and I still had 200 ping.
Yeah, so depending on the area you live in, obviously, but the like two main.
I lived in the rich area, Pretoria.
Okay, if you live in a rich area now, your ping would be good, especially for local servers. But if you live in a crappy area, like for example, I live on the coast, so it's kind of in between Cape Town, Johannesburg, so in between two big cities, and the internet there is complete dog shit. It's really not good. Like the normal South African gets like 160 to 170 ping. In arena, I normally get 200 to 220. So that's already like, even though that's for EU people and everyone that's on no ping, it doesn't sound like it makes a difference, but it kind of does, because that means like the kids on 180 ping can yoink my walls, and I can't even take any of theirs. So it's different.
Is there anyone you kind of like idolize internationally that like inspired you to keep playing the game or get better?
Internationally?
Yeah.
I kind of ball to be honest, like
really?
with VOD reviews and stuff. Yeah, I really
awesome.
like. I watched every single one.
Yeah.
And then player wise, I don't really know. Like recently, I kind of like look up to G2 Toai.
Yeah.
Because I just really like his play style. I feel like it's similar to mine, and I feel like he isn't like too flashy with anything. He just does what he needs to do to place and does it consistently when he plays.
What's your favorite experience so far? Like, did you try to qualify for Worlds? Did you try to do any, trio squads?
So I played everything. I played the first Winter Royale.
Oh wow!
I tried to play that. It was hard. It was really hard. Then
that was back when it was pretty laggy still too. Like
that was back when the game was unoptimized. Ping was higher than ever. Like it was terrible. And then I played basically every event after that. So World Cup qualifiers, all the weeks, played them.
I don't understand how you have the mental capacity to deal with high ping every single week, and then...
Yeah, I mean, that's the one thing high ping at least teaches us, like, not to get triggered, because it's really easy to get triggered once, like, you try and get a kill, you get someone to 30 HP, and then all they do is just hold the box. And then as soon as you try and, like, phase in or something, it's just a trap on the roof, a trap on the wall, and you're dead. So it's really triggering sometimes, yeah.
Who do you think... Name a player who you want to doom to playing South African ping, and then name a player who would do really well on South African ping.
Doom to play on South African ping. I guess I have to get one of the mechanical junkies. Probably say someone like Clicks or Booger. Clicks, Booger, Benji, like those guys. I feel like they're just way too fast. When they get on low ping or high ping, they just won't be able to cope because they have to do everything 4 times slower. And instead of reacting to stuff, you have to predict stuff. And they get so used to just reacting to everything, or reacting to shots, blocking it off, all that. I just don't think...
And then who is like somebody who'd be really good on high ping?
Very good on high ping.
You could say the same guy. Because Benji's the guy who comes to mind as somebody who's like really good at high ping.
I feel like Benji's a player, he just adapts to everything. Like, no matter what is thrown at him, he'll do well. Like, I feel like, to be honest, all... actual pro players, like international pro players, will slay out in South African games or whatever with our ping. It's just their game sense, everything, the experience they have is just next level. Like, there's no way of getting anywhere near that, like, experience in stacked scrims. Like, even in just, like, pub lobbies, like, how to double kill all that, there's no way to practice it in South Africa.
Last question, man. I'm going to hit you with the arms one. Would you rather have arms for legs or legs for arms? If you choose arms, because, you get 4 arms, four hands and stuff, you're shorter. Like, you're 4 feet tall, basically. Because your legs are, so...
Yeah, that's a weird question, but also a difficult one, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'd have hands for legs.
Arms for legs?
Arms for legs, yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah, because... Yeah, I feel like I could still, I don't know.
Still playing stuff?
Still playing stuff,
You'd be 4 feet tall, though.
I'll play with my feet and stuff.
Yeah, okay.
4 feet tall.
Imagine the wingspan with legs.
Yeah, I mean, you could do infinite cartwheels.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a game changer.
And wall run forever, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, brother, we're going to let you go. Thanks for hanging with us.
Yeah.
GG's.
GG's.
And we'll see you around.
Yeah, enjoy the ping, man.